Okay. All right. Making sure we're live here. Goodness gracious. All right. I want to just jump on here and react to the Jalen Hurts situation, give you guys what is going on. This is big news. This is big news. And I'm trying to do this on the fly. I'm trying to get this out as quickly as possible. That way you guys know what's going on, the way I can react to it. There have been rumblings over the past couple of minutes, really. I mean, not even the past hour, that Jalen Hurts was injured. He has a broken collarbone from some unsourced blue check marker on Twitter, and it had been refreshing Twitter like crazy right now. And now the report is officially out from ESPN's Adam Schefter. It's a shoulder injury, although it's not as bad as people are making it seem. It's not that bad. It's a sprain in the shoulder, and it depends on the degree of the sprain. We're going to find out a lot more, but Twitter is showing right now that it looks like it's going to be 1 to 2 weeks. But as I'm going to explain, Philadelphia is in a really good spot to house this injury. You never want an injury to happen. Trust me, this is terrible. But my mind immediately went back to 2017 and Carson Wentz. This is not the same situation. At least as we have the reporting right now, this is not the same situation. He's not done for the year. If you're just joining us, he's not done for the year. He's going to be out for a couple of games, and that is a lot better than what a lot of people were expecting, at least I was, in terms of watching Twitter. I was refreshing Twitter like crazy the past couple of minutes. Let me go ahead and get a screen share going here, the way we can take a look at what all is going on right now. I have to give some sort of approval on my laptop, which is kind of annoying. Looks like we should be good to go there. Let's see. I'll do that later. Okay, so I might not be able to actually share my screen here. Let's see if I can actually do it. Let's see. Let's go for the window of the screen. Okay, share. Yeah, everyone hit the like button. That way more people can find this one. I think that we're good to go. I might not be able to do a screen share, so I'm just going to have to react to this because my Mac's not going to let me do it. So, all right, let's just give you, I'm not going to be able to do a screen share because I'm doing this on the fly. I'm going to give you all the latest updates here. Here's Jeff McClain. I'm looking at Twitter right now. I mean, I'm doing this in real time, okay? Jeff McClain. This is the ESPN, or the insider at the Inquirer. Quote, Jalen Hurts suffered a shoulder sprain during the Bears game that could sideline him for the next 2 games, NFL sources told the Inquirer. And Adam Schefter also has the tweet up, and this is the original one here. The Eagles and long-term, here you go, this is new. The Eagles and Jalen Hurts' agent, Nicole Lynn, said they do not believe this is a long-term injury. There you go. This is from Adam Schefter. Again, I wish I could, this is the Gardner Minshew thing there. I wish I could share my screen. My Mac's not letting me right now. So the Eagles and Jalen Hurts agent believe this is not a long-term injury. Not a long-term injury. That is really good news for all of us here in Philadelphia. But it does mean that Jalen Hurts will not play Saturday against the Dallas Cowboys. It will mean he probably won't play 2 Sundays from now against the New Orleans Saints. He might not play the rest of the regular season. It's really going to depend how bad the sprain is right now. I mean, that's going to be the real serious part of the situation because sprains are different and they come and go. Now, and toward ESPN's Adam Schefter's original tweet, Hurts was hit late in the third quarter whenever he was drove into the ground. And there were some thoughts there about the shoulder actually, getting broken at that point. But my original thought on all of this when the report was coming out, it could have been a broken collarbone. If it would have been a broken collarbone, he would not have finished the game. The hit happened in the third quarter. Because it happened in the third quarter, that means that he played the rest of the fourth quarter, won the football game, high-fiving people afterwards. He went to the podium and was talking. And so either he has a really good poker face or he wasn't actually a broken collarbone. So the original quote saying that it was a broken collarbone is incorrect. It's a shoulder sprain and Hurts is going to be okay. Now, a couple of thoughts here. MVP, it's probably dead, which absolutely sucks because Jalen Hurts was the NFL MVP. It's very clear. Jalen Hurts was the NFL MVP, and for me, still is the NFL MVP. You go back to Carson Wentz in that year, Brady won the NFL MVP. I still think Wentz, despite being injured, should have won the NFL MVP because just because he's not going to play the next couple of games doesn't mean he wasn't the most valuable player in the National Football League, right? I mean, come on. He still should win the NFL MVP. Odds are he will not. What's going to be fascinating, though, is if he plays at all during the rest of the regular season. And just bear this with me, and I'll go to comments in a second. Stay tuned. Think about this in terms of Jalen Hurts. He obviously won't play Saturday. He won't play next Sunday against the Saints. Do you play him if he's healthy Week 18 against the Giants? And you're saying, Thomas, no, why would you do that? Well, it could be a situation where Hurts doesn't see a football field for over a month. And if it's for over a month, do you want to bring him back in potentially rusty in an NFC divisional game as the 1 seed? That's my question right now. Now, if it's just 2 weeks, then Hurts comes in, he plays a little bit, maybe a half against the Giants, and then gets 2 more weeks off. but it still is just really frustrating to think that Hurts might not see a football field until January 20th in the NFC divisional round matchup at the Link, which could be the Dallas Cowboys, it could be the Washington Commanders, could be a lot of different players. So it's just crazy how this is going right now. We're going to get some comments here in just one second. Again, I'm doing this on the fly. You see, we're just trying to react to this as best I can. Let's go to some comments. Micah Parsons didn't win yesterday. This is true right here. We got Miles. He's going to get the ball. Yeah, they're going to go crazy. Let's just talk about Gardner Minshew for a second. Philadelphia kept Gardner Minshew when a lot of people said they should have traded him this past offseason for this exact reason. If there is a football team that knows what to do when you are the 1 seed, when you have the best roster in football, when you're about to lock up the NFC East and you lose your starting quarterback, Philadelphia knows how to do it. Because where were we all in 2017 watching on our couches as Carson Wentz blew his ACL diving into the end zone against the LA Rams? We were all sitting there going, this season's over. I remember nearly crying after that game, telling everyone I know and love that the season is over, Carson Wentz is done, and Philadelphia is not going to win a single game. What happens? Nick Foles comes in against the Giants, balls out. Then you have that Christmas game, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day game against the Raiders, played terribly. They still won. They locked up the 1 seed. They locked up the East. And then you had Nick Foles roll in the divisional round. And then Nick Foles balled out against the Vikings and won the championship game. So we can at least acknowledge the fact that if there's a football team that is ready and prepared to insert a backup quarterback in to win some important games, potentially a playoff game, you never know, it is the Philadelphia Eagles and it is Gardner Minshew. Minshew's ready for this. This is what he's born for. This is what Gardner Minshew was made to do. I want to see Gardner Minshew rocking big old aviators, a Top Gun fighter pilot bomber jacket, swagged out of his mind, rolling into Dallas on Saturday, beat the crap out of the Dallas Cowboys, beat the Saints, lock up that 1 seed, and then just hold down the fort until Jalen Hurts comes back. That's the best case scenario right now. We all are Minshew Mania fans. We all should be riding and dying right now for Gardner Minshew, and he's honestly going to go ahead and ball out. Thumbs up the way more people can hang out here and find the show. If you guys are new, I like to talk about the Eagles in the NFL, so subscribe down below. I'll throw up any super chats we get. Flip them to the bird. I blame the offensive coaches for this injury. Horrible play calling yesterday. There is an argument for this. Now, you got to be very fair here. Jalen Hurts has run the football a lot this year. He's 13 rushing touchdowns. They run the football all over the place, and that's what Hurts does best. The problem that I had yesterday is that he took a couple of unnecessary quarterback runs in the middle of the field. Now, Hurts does this, right? Talk about the touchdown run towards the end of the first half. That was a up-the-middle rushing touchdown of Jalen Hurts. However, he was untouched. There were a couple of plays, and especially the one where he got injured, where he didn't get down in time, and it looked like a designed quarterback run, and it was an issue. Now, where I think Flipping the Bird is going here with this question is, where was Miles Sanders yesterday? Miles Sanders had 11 carries. He had 11 total carries, and it was like, why is we giving this guy who has 1,000 yards rushing on the season 11 carries? Give him more. Now, he's going to get a lot more going forward. I think 100%. I just think that you got to balance out this offense a little bit, especially with Hurts coming back from an injury going forward. I'm overreacting. I bet Hurts plays. He's going to play in the playoffs. He's not done for the year, and we can reset the stage here. I mean, this is a classic radio term for people just joining us. Jalen Hurts is injured. He is out for Saturday's game. He has a sprain in his right shoulder, his throwing shoulder, which took place in the third quarter whenever he was hit and driven into the ground by a Buffalo Bears defensive end. Now, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the report that came just a couple of minutes ago is that from Jalen Hurts' agent, Nicole Lynn, she said they do not believe it is a season-ending or long-term injury, meaning Jalen Hurts should be back at some point sometime this year, which is very good news because it means he's not going to go ahead and be done for the rest of the season. Now, I'm going to refresh my overall Twitter sphere here. Here's John Clark, brand new update right here. John Clark, I'm told there is no doubt Jalen Hurts will be ready for the playoffs. I'm told the sprained shoulder is not considered serious. Jalen's status for Saturday is in doubt against Dallas. Sources say X-rays were negative. Nothing was broken. An MRI diagnosed a sprained right shoulder. Boom. Okay, right there. This is great news. This is live. Okay, I can't show you I can't do a screen share because I'm using my Mac. I'm on the road here, and I got to do all these preferences to allow it. So it's all I can do. Sorry. Here's the update. This is from John Clark, NBC Sports in Philadelphia, very much in the know, and he says, quote, I'm told there is no doubt Jalen Hurts will be ready for the playoffs. I'm told the sprained shoulder is not considered serious. Jalen's status for Saturday in Dallas is in doubt. Sources say X-rays were negative. Nothing was broken. An MRI diagnosed a shoulder sprain. Okay. Let me just make sure we have any sort of updates here because we're doing this in real time. That is really, really good news. So let's just react to that really, really quickly. Don't play him Saturday. Now, you're probably joining us right now saying, Thomas, why are you even consider playing him Saturday? You just said he's out. Well, the report we just read essentially said that he is in doubt for Saturday. They haven't ruled him out for Saturday. Don't play him. Okay, I wouldn't play him at all on Saturday. Let that shoulder rest. Let him sit back. Let Minshew get in there and ride. You can still beat the Dallas Cowboys with Gardner Minshew very clearly, and then you kind of go week to week here with Jalen Hurts to figure out when you want to get him back on the football field. Here's what's extremely important if you're an Eagle fan. Philadelphia has to win one of their remaining 4 games. They have, 3 games. They have 3 games left. Dallas, the Saints, and the Giants. One win in the next 3 weeks locks up the NFC East and locks up the number 1 overall seed. That's how far ahead they are. Winning yesterday allowed them to be in a situation where they can win one more game and they lock up the 1 seed. So the idea that you got to play Hurts on Saturday is ridiculous, even if he says he's healthy, even if doctors clear him. Make sure he's 100% before you play him with that darn shoulder injury because you know that Dallas Cowboys are going to try to drive it into the ground and make it even worse. The question will then become, do you play him against the Saints in 2 weeks? Or if he's not ready for the Saints, do you play him against the Giants in Week 18? Because as I mentioned, you don't want to be in a situation where Jalen Hurts comes into an NFC divisional round game having not played for almost a month and a half. Because you got to figure, right? Let's do some math here. Saturday, okay? 1 week essentially, right? Saturday, Dallas Cowboy game was a week. Then 2 weeks is the Saints. 3 weeks is the Giants. 4 weeks is the wild card round. That's a bye, right? Philadelphia is not going to be playing 4 weeks from now. Week 5 is the divisional round. Your next make or break it game, count them, is 5 weeks away. And so the question is going to be, how much further are you going to go, or how long will Jalen Hurts be out? Let's see here. Questions? Any questions? Questions and super chats. I'll answer as many as I can. Here's the thing. This is interesting. I see a lot of comments talking about this. If Hurts keeps running like he does, he won't be around long. Okay, Jalen Hurts has not gotten hurt this entire season. He's taken very few hits. Now, it only takes 1 hit to get hurt. I get that. But quarterbacks take hits all the time. If there is one running quarterback in the National Football League that runs as safely as I've seen, it is Jalen Hurts. The guy barely takes a big shot. And yes, he just took one. That's why we're talking about this. Why we're live right now, talking about this on the Thomas Mott Show. But the idea that Hurts is not going to be around long, or that Jalen Hurts did this to himself, or that the play calling has ruined Jalen Hurts, no, it hasn't. People get injured. These injuries happen. What makes Hurts special is not only his ability to win from the pocket, as we've seen this year, his ability to make plays with his legs as well. 13 rushing touchdowns. You cannot take that away from Jalen Hurts. Now, maybe this will mean he can slide a little bit more. Maybe it'll mean he'll run out of bounds a little bit more. Maybe Shane Steichen should call a few less quarterback powers, like you saw a lot of them yesterday, but you cannot fundamentally change what Jalen Hurts has done, or else you're not going to have the same result, because he is a dual threat quarterback who can not only win from the pocket, but also win by using his legs. Okay, we need to calm down. I agree. It's amazing how this show, this will be recorded. You can go back and watch this. At first, it was he has a shoulder injury. He's done for the year. Then it was he has a shoulder sprain. He's out for the regular season. And as this show has progressed here, and we'll be live for as long as you guys want me to, it's come down to he's going to miss Saturday most likely, but will not miss the playoffs. So I agree. We do need to calm down. Gosh, was y'all's heart racing? Thumbs up if your heart was just racing earlier. I'm going to go through Twitter here. Here's an update from Jeff McClain, the Inquirer. Here you go. Jeff McClain, Jalen Hurts could miss next 2 games with sprained shoulder, NFL sources told the Inquirer. It's possible the Eagles quarterback doesn't play the rest of the regular season and for another month in the divisional round of the postseason. Let's see here. Any more updates? That's basically what we already knew. Is there anything else? Oh, here are your MVP odds. This has changed, right? Jalen Hurts was negative 150 to win the NFL MVP. That has completely shifted. He's now plus 200, and it's getting a lot higher. Let's just say that. Looking for one more update here. Yeah, it's not considered long-term. It's not considered long-term at all. Okay, let's go through some more comments here. What do you guys think? How are we feeling? Here you go. I like this one from Pete. Natural experiment to see if Micah Parsons was right about it being the system. Yeah, I mean, seriously, if Jalen Hurts misses the game on Saturday, likely he will, and Gardner Minshew in the offense struggles, then the idea that Jalen Hurts was the NFL MVP becomes even more clear. All those people who were saying that Jalen Hurts is a product of the system, and there's now that great quote, he is the system, just like Joel Embiid was the process. Everyone who was saying that Hurts, the only reason why he's playing so well is because the Eagles have great offensive pieces, number one offensive line, and they have AJ Brown, and they have a great running game, are absolute idiots. Okay, you could take Jalen Hurts off of this team, and it will struggle offensively. I expect them to struggle offensively on Saturday. Now, I believe in Gardner Minshew. I just went on a whole rant telling you why I think Gardner Minshew can win on Saturday. But don't get me wrong. Hurts is light years better than Gardner Minshew, and they got to get him back in there as soon as possible. Yeah, this is a fact here too. He still played through it. The injury occurred in the third quarter, according to every single source that I've read and every report I've read on Twitter here, as I've been trying to do it live on the show. It was a hit in the third quarter where you saw him lay down or stay down for a little bit longer than he normally does. We all held our breath there. You saw his shoulder slammed into the ground. It was that hit that caused this injury, but it shows you how unserious, how not as serious as it could have been. Because if it was a broken shoulder, he's not playing the entire fourth quarter. That's what's important to note. He's not playing the entire fourth quarter if it was a serious injury. And afterwards, he's dapping people up and hugging Justin Fields. Like when this all was going down, my friends are sending me these videos. Here's Jalen Hurts high-fiving Justin Fields after the game. Here's Jalen Hurts running into the tunnel. If it was that serious, he would not have been able to finish the football game or talk to the media, and that is why it turned out it's not that serious. Mott, you the man. I appreciate that. If you guys are new, subscribe. Be sure to thumbs up. We do a lot of good stuff here on the Thomas Mott Show. Yes. And, Curtis, I feel like we've just all had flashbacks of 2017. That's why I freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, 2017. It's literally Carson Wentz being injured again. It feels like it, but it's okay. Take a breath, people. Yes. No, he's not out. Now, I know I need to change the name of the show. Sorry. I mean, it was out when I started this, and now it's changed. Okay, this is interesting, right? If Philadelphia did lose the final 3 games, then they would lose the number 1 overall seed, and they would lose the division if Dallas wins out. It's not going to happen, though. No, he's not out. I got to change the name of the show. Can I do that on the fly? I don't know. Let's see. I wonder if I can change. Let's see. Jalen Hurts. Let's see. Out. Well, I don't know if I can do it live. Sorry. Yes, they're not going to play him on Saturday at all. They need to. Okay, now this is interesting. The Goddard injury is a little bit more serious. Dallas Goedert missed at least 4 games. He's now missed 5 games since he went out with a shoulder injury. Everything I've read is that Hurts is not as bad, right? I think that Hurts could play on Saturday if it was like the Super Bowl. If it was the Super Bowl, they'd shoot that thing up full of whatever they do in the National Football League, needle, boom, he would play. I think that's where we're at, right? Because it's not the Super Bowl on Saturday, because Dallas lost the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hey, thank you, Jacksonville Jaguars. The Saturday game was way less important, giving Jalen Hurts the ability to not play. Defense will need to step up. Yeah, I mean, seriously, they 100% need to go ahead and step up. Yes, I agree. See, this is what I just said, right? If the playoffs started, then 100% he would definitely play. Let's see here. If you guys do want to bet on this game, there is a link down below for my DraftKings link. And if you bet Philadelphia Eagles money line, $5, you get $150 in free bets. And right now, with this news right here, I would still feel pretty darn good about Philadelphia winning on Saturday. I mean, come on, +6. DraftKings link down below. Jump into that. Team continuity. This might, you can make the argument this brings them closer, right? They got to rally around Gardner Minshew, and it's a chance for the Eagles themselves to prove this is not just Hurts balling out. This is a great defense. This is a really good offensive line that can run the football. This is AJ Brown balling out of his mind. Yes, Hurts is making good throws, but AJ Brown is getting open. Those deep balls yesterday, AJ Brown is getting open. Hurts is putting the ball on him. I think they can rally around the fact that they are going to be okay. No, it's not a smokescreen, Juan. Come on, it's not a smokescreen. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of the hope, right? That's 100% the hope. It is his throwing shoulder. It is his right shoulder. I'm going to do a reset here in 1 second. That way, if you just joined us, you got to, you know exactly what's going on. Let me just do a quick little update here. Oh, breaking news. It's his left shoulder. Wow. Okay. So listen, we're learning on the fly here. This is from Jeff McClain, Philadelphia Inquirer. Okay. Again, I can't share my screen. I'm on this new stupid Mac. The injury is to Jalen Hurts' left non-throwing shoulder. Wow. Okay. That's even better news, right? It's his left non-throwing shoulder. So he could play on Saturday if it was a meaningful game. It's not a meaningful game, though, anymore because the Dallas Cowboys went ahead and, lost yesterday. For all the Cowboy fans in here, you guys lost yesterday. What were you doing? Wow, that's big news that it's his left shoulder. Okay, and remember, we talked about this on my show today. This is from Jeff McClain a little bit earlier. Quote, Jordan Mailata on quarterback Jalen Hurts taking hits and popping up, except for the one it took a little longer. That one scared me. He just laid there. I ran over and said, stay down. He said, pick me the F up. And I said, yes, sir. So that's what that was talking about because he hurt his shoulder. It's his left shoulder. Boy, this is getting better and better. It's his left shoulder. He's going to be okay, guys. He's going to be just fine. Josh Allen does take a lot more hits than Jalen Hurts. For all of you saying that Jalen Hurts takes too many hits, Allen takes way more. No, but he's not terrible at running the football. Gardner's not, it's not Matt Ryan back there, right? This is the real story now. Let's be real. This has gone from DEFCON 1, Jalen Hurts is done for the year, Eagles season is ruined, Gardner Minshew starting for the remainder of the season, Nick Foles 2017, to Jalen Hurts has a shoulder sprain. It's his left shoulder. He's probably going to miss Saturday, but is in no serious concern in terms of missing the rest of the regular season. So it will affect his MVP run, which stinks. I think he still should win it, especially if the Eagles struggle on Saturday, making it clear how great he is. But don't get me wrong. If Mahomes plays well in the final 3 games, Mahomes will beat Hurts, which stinks. But for all you guys who commented on this show in the past, thumbs up, by the way, if you guys are a subscriber, you will note that MVPs in the playoffs have historically done really, really bad. Very rarely does an NFL MVP win a Super Bowl. So for all of you, superstitious guys out there, which I'm not, but if you're superstitious, then you can make the case this is good for Hurts because then he'd lose MVP and still win a Super Bowl, right? So, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, this is facts. For everyone out there, you got to remember what's going on here. There are so many people in the national media who've been trying to tell you that Jalen Hurts is a product of the Eagles system, that Jalen Hurts is only successful because they have the top 5 offensive line and a great running game and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert and blah, 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 blah. If that's true, then Minshew should still ball out, right? Like, if that's true, Gardner Minshew should be able to ball out on Saturday. Plus, he gets a full week. He has today. They obviously knew about this last night, so Minshew has been preparing accordingly, right? He has today, tomorrow, you get into Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He has time. Maybe he goes ahead and balls out. He did throw because it's his left shoulder. It's not his throwing shoulder. For those of you guys just joining us, it is his throwing shoulder. Mine did too. No, it's not. It's left shoulder. Left shoulder. This is my left side, right? Because you got to go over here. This is my left side. Let's see here. Super chats down below if you guys want to get your comment answered immediately, and also hit the join button if you guys want to join the show as well. I would really appreciate that by joining here. We got a new comment here. Casey the Great says, that's why Sanders been carrying the load. It doesn't make sense for him to have 17 carries and Sanders to have 11. I agree. Listen, for everyone in the comment section wanting to rip Shane Steichen right now, I get it. Now, you can't rip Jalen Hurts for running the football because that's what Jalen Hurts does, and he has done a really good job of it through 14, 15 games of the regular season. But you can make an argument Miles Sanders should not be, 0 carries halfway through the second quarter. It was 6 minutes and 40 seconds through the second quarter yesterday before Miles Sanders got an actual touch. Now, a couple of those were, read options. So Hurts has the option to give the football to Sanders or keep it. So it's not all like they didn't call a single Sanders run, but you got to make sure you give some lone runs here to Miles Sanders to take a little bit of the pressure off, right? I think that overall, this offense is best when it's balanced. And I get the idea that, against the Titans, they threw the football for 350 yards. And against the Packers, they ran the ball for 350 yards. I understand that. And they can dominate at any given time, and they can, beat you all which ways. But going forward, especially with Gardner Minshew out there, you need to be able to run the football, you need to be able to pass the football, and have good balance in between both. That way defenses cannot cue in on you and slow your offense down. It is not the throwing shoulder. According to Jeff McClain, it's not. And I'm going to double check on this. But the injury is to the left non-throwing shoulder. I am, so we have misinformation here. So I'm seeing both. Well, Jeff McClain of the Inquirer just said it's his non-throwing shoulder, right? So that's what I'm going with. It looks like to me it's his left shoulder. But there's apparently some multiple reports here that it could be one or the other. But to me, it looks like it is going to be his left shoulder. I'm trying to confirm that for you. I wish I could share my darn screen. This stupid Mac is not letting me share my screen. Let's see here. Where are we at here? What do you mean stop playing with this, man? I'm trying to do this live. I'm trying to do it live. I'm trying to figure it out for you. I'm trying to figure it out. See, okay, so ESPN says right shoulder. Jeff McLean of the Philadelphia Inquirer, one of the great Eagle beat writers, is saying it's his non-throwing shoulder. So we have some conflicting arguments here. Throwing shoulder per Adam Schefter. It's shoulder gate now. We don't know which shoulder it is. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's left or right shoulder. I have no idea. Left or right shoulder. We have conflicting arguments here. Let's just play both. I'll keep updating here. If it's the right shoulder, it's obviously more serious, right? Because then you got to rest the right shoulder and he'll be out for a little bit longer. Now, he's still going to be eligible to play in the playoffs, right? That's what's clear. He's not done for the year. He's out for probably this game, maybe a little longer. If it's the left shoulder, it's way better. Now, the problem is Jeff McLean says that it's the left shoulder. And this is a fair comment here from Sean Brown. Wouldn't Jeff know more than Schefter? You would think, because Jeff McLean is the Eagle beat writer for the Philadelphia Inquirer. I mean, the guy is pretty much in the know. We get a lot of complaints here, left or right shoulder. I don't know. I mean, the Inquirer said it was left shoulder. Okay. See, here we go. John Clark, here's your update from John Clark 2 seconds ago. I'm told the injury is to Jalen Hurts' right throwing shoulder. I'm told he needs some rest and some rehab. It's amazing some of the throws he made and how well he played after the sprain. One Eagle just told me he's a tough MFer. So we got conflicting arguments here. We don't know. Is it right shoulder? Is it left shoulder? We have no idea. He says, figure it out, Thomas. Let me get on the phone right now and call Jalen Hurts. Wouldn't that be nice? I wish I could. I really wish I could. Follow me on Twitter, @RealThomasMott. I really wish we had more of an update. Okay, yes, let's just get this clear. Let's reset. No broken collarbone. No broken collarbone. It is not a break. He's not done for the year. He's out for a period of time. We don't know how long he is out for. He is out for a period of time right now. Okay? We don't know, and I'm going to hopefully find this out on the show. Right shoulder, left shoulder. We don't know which shoulder it is. We hope it's the left shoulder. If it's the right shoulder, it's a little bit worse, but still, it's a sprain. Not as bad. Y'all's chat is kind of fun. This page keeps showing up for me, so here we are. Welcome. Subscribe. Right shoulder per NFL News. Man, we're getting a lot of conflicting stuff here. I'm trying to figure it out. There is no update. Let's see here. So Jeff McLean says it's his left. Clark says it's his right. I hope the doctors know which one it is. Yeah, I do too. That's a good tweet right here. I'm trying to figure it out, guys. I really am. See, okay, look at this picture. Let's put on our detective hats here and be Sherlock Holmes. Here is the tackle in question. Again, I can't share my screen, right? I'm trying to share my screen. My Mac has these preferences. It's not letting me. And so what are you going to do? So I'm just going to show you on the camera here. This is the play that we're looking at. This is probably what it is. Jeff McLean of the Inquirer. That means that looks like right shoulder, right? That's right shoulder. So I think it's right shoulder. I would vote right shoulder. This is impossible. This is not like a fake news plant, right? Come on. This is not like a fake news plant. This is 100% real. This is an injury. The question is going to be, how long is he going to go ahead and be out? But again, what matters here right now is that Philadelphia is in a good spot to handle this. They're in a good spot because they have a great football team. They're in a good spot because the roster is loaded. They're in a good spot because Gardner Minshew has 2 years in the Sirianni system and a couple of starts under his belt. You forget, he had to play last year, right? And he's young. He's a gunslinger. The guys like him. They're in a very good spot for this. The question really, and they're also, let's just keep going here. They have 5 weeks until they play a meaningful game. If they win one of their next 3 games, Philadelphia 1 seed locked, NFC East locked, they will host a playoff game. The entire NFC will go through Philadelphia. That means we're 5 weeks away from a meaningful football game. So even if this is a 2 to 3 week injury, a month injury, he has 5 weeks, a month and a quarter, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get ready and get healthy. So he should be 100% okay by the time the playoffs come. The question is going to be, what happens on Saturday with Gardner Minshew? How long will Gardner Minshew go ahead and start? And of course, more importantly, what is the situation in terms of going forward with the state of Minshew versus Hurts in terms of long-term situation? You want to rush Hurts back the way he gets some rust off of him. Do you want to let him wait, going back and forth? That is going to be the real question overall. This is true. And again, super chats go right to the front. He threw dimes after that tackle. He did. And that's why I knew it wasn't a break. When the initial thing came out and it was like, oh, he has a broken collarbone. There was some guy, some local beat reporter from ABC News who said it was a broken collarbone. You knew that this was impossible because of what Henrock just said, right? You knew this was 100% impossible because of what Henrock was able to say, and that is that he was throwing dimes literally in the fourth quarter. I mean, that A.J. Brown pass came after the injury supposedly happened, so he should be good to go. Let's see here. The Eagles are not faking this injury. Why? Why would they fake this injury? Seriously, someone tell me in the comments why they would fake this injury. I'm trying to figure out if it's right or left shoulder. Okay, here we go. Breaking news. It is the right shoulder. Jeff McClain from the Inquirer. Again, I can't share my screen, so you can see it right there. There it is. It's Jalen Hurts' right throwing shoulder. My bad. All right. There you go. It's official. Right shoulder. Who told Jeff McClain it was the left shoulder? Come on, Jeff. We got to figure this stuff out. All right. Right shoulder. No, I don't think he's going to play Saturday. I don't think so. No, I don't think he's going to play Saturday. I think he's out Saturday. Yeah, negative in terms of a broke. No, guys, listen. Okay, we got to be very clear about this. You still have to beat the Cowboys. You got to win one of your final 3 games. So why not just win on Saturday with Minshew and all the starters, lock up the 1 seed, and then you can rest and do whatever you want in terms of getting Hurts healthy and resting starters, blah, 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 the final 2 weeks of the season, right? Yes. Yes. Please put my text on the screen. Well, I mean, you could super chat. That would do it. No, he's not playing Saturday. He's not playing Saturday. Yeah, listen, you are right about this. Like, who does care about Saturday now? No, it's not a big deal. But you still want to try and win that game because you can lock the division up even sooner. Because the worst-case scenario right now is that Hurts is obviously out for an extended period of time, couple of weeks. You lose Saturday to Dallas. You lose Sunday to the Saints. Then you have to beat the Giants Week 18 to lock up the 1 seed, right? They got to figure out a way to win 1 game in the next 3, which is easy. They should be able to do it. But still, it's a situation where they need to win. It is his throwing arm. We can officially put that to bed. It is his throwing arm, and 100% it is going to be that situation. Sprains take forever to heal. Listen, all sprains are different, right? It's not. All sprains are different. It could be a really, really, really minor thing, or it could be a little bit, worse of a sprain. It's going to take some rehab, according to everything I'm ever seeing on Twitter from reliable sources. But it's not a serious long-term situation. And again, Gardner Minshew should be good to go. Thumbs up if you guys feel like Gardner Minshew is going to be good to go. I think he's going to be absolutely fine and okay in terms of going forward. I think he's going to be 100% good to go, and there should be absolutely no worries from that situation. Okay, trying to get some updates here. Let's see. Keep giving me questions down below. We will keep talking about it. This is a good one from Elliot Short Parks of 94.1 WIP. We'll show you guys this one. Look at that. Eagles went to Dallas on Christmas Eve, 2006. Backup quarterback Jeff Garcia and won, clinching a playoff spot, setting them up to win the NFC East. Remember, there you go. Look at that. History lesson. Where were you in 2006? I was 10. I was 10 years old, but I remember that game. That was the Jeff Garcia game. So there you go. How about that? Let's see. I bet he's back versus Saints. Yeah, that would make sense, right? Maybe the Saints. That way, you at least give him, a game to prove 100% that he's healthy. That's 2 weeks from now, which is a long time, and then you can go forward from there and be okay. I don't know the answer to this. I don't think so. I think that I think it's not as bad. Where are we at here? I was 44 in 2006. Yeah, a little older than I was. Still young. 44 is the new 30, right? This is a good question. I don't know. Let's see here. We need a backup throw. Who we got a quarterback? Ian Book is your 3rd string quarterback. Remember him? The Notre Dame quarterback, Ian Book. They signed him off waivers because he was cut. Someone drafted him, then he was cut. He's been inactive basically the entire season because Philly doesn't need him, but he will be active on Saturday. Mark my words. Charles, yes, it's confirmed. It's not a long-term serious injury, according to everyone that is in the know, way more than I am, because they're actually in the locker rooms and texting people. Yeah, it's not that long-term. Yes, I would definitely start Miles Sanders in every single one of your fantasy games, or every single one of your fantasy leagues, because they're going to feed him an insane amount of touches on Saturday, I would bet. Yes, the Saints. That's right. Book what's cut by the Saints overall. All right. If you guys, again, thumbs up the show, subscribe down below as well. If you are new to the Thomas Mott Show, you can go back through a lot of the shows that we've done the past couple of weeks. We love the Eagles, obviously. So here we talk about the NFL in general. If you guys want to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. Hit the join button as well. You can join the channel and help support it that way as well. Is Hurts hurt? Yes. Yes, Jane. Hurts is hurt. Yes. You're just joining us. He has a sprained right shoulder. Captain, no, come on. They got to give him the ball more, right? Yeah, let's talk about this. Yes, this will hurt his MVP chances, and it stinks. It's really dumb. But if you're going to compare Mahomes' stats versus Hurts' stats will take a hit if he doesn't play the next 3 games. We're going to play the next 2 games, right? And there was still an argument to where Patrick Mahomes has better overall stats, passing stats, even though I think that's a dumb argument. But it's very clear Mahomes is probably going to win the NFL MVP. But let's just put an asterisk by it, right? I think they're going to be. I think Hurts should still win it, but at the same time, you can definitely put an asterisk by it because probably going to be Minshew. We want to play Hurts. I know you do, Cowboy fan. I know you do. But sorry, you're going to get Gardner Minshew, who, as Blake just said, is more than capable, and he's not worried at all, and I'm not worried at all. They're going to be just fine. Absolutely just fine. Yeah, this is facts. Wouldn't it be fun, though? Right? Think about this. So Dallas needs to win on Saturday, right? Because there's a scenario where if Dallas doesn't win the next 3 games, they fall out of the 5 seed. They could be the 7 seed, right? Like real nightmare stuff for the Dallas Cowboys. Imagine Christmas Eve, right? The Cowboys just lost in overtime to the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? No Jalen Hurts. So the NFL MVP not playing against you. And in walks Gardner Minshew rocking aviator sunglasses and his Tom Cruise Top Gun jacket in your stadium and dominates you. Wouldn't that be something? Right? You're a Cowboy fan. You probably, bought these tickets for your kids. It's like, oh, here's your Christmas Eve gift. You're going to Eagles Cowboys. Get excited. And then you watch Gardner Minshew spank you on Saturday. That would be the ultimate Christmas gift. Ultimate Christmas gift. No. Okay. They need to win one of the next 3, right? For all you Cowboy fans hovering around here, and you got to win one of the next 3. Very little. Very little. Now, obviously, a lot of the RPO stuff comes a little bit less because Gardner Minshew is not a Jalen Hurts in terms of running the football, but they're going to keep the game plan very similar. I mean, think about what they did with Nick Foles, right? Nick Foles comes in. They run a very similar offense because they were running RPOs with Carson Wentz, but they tweak it to do things that Nick Foles likes best. And so you bet your bottom dollar that right now, literally right now, and probably for the entire day, they've been going back through all the plays, talking with Gardner Minshew, trying to figure out what Minshew likes best, what he does best, and that's the offense they will then build around him. This is a very fluid offense. This is an offense that can go both ways. I mean, you can be a run-heavy offense, you can be a pass-heavy offense. They're going to do everything they can to get Gardner Minshew not only ready for Saturday, but ready to thrive on Saturday. I think he has a really good chance of doing so. I really do. I think he's going to be really, really good. Yes, they clinched, but they could still be the 7 seed, right? There's a scenario where Dallas could fall back from the 5 seed, right? Because right now, it's most likely Dallas is the 5 seed, setting up, a wild card round visit to Tom Brady and the NFC South champs. If they lose out, though, and they play Tennessee Thursday night in, a week and a half, right? So it's not that simple. They could very easily fall out of the number 5 seed. This is true. Yes. My own team, I wanted that. I would go to my own. Okay, let's see. Bring up Trey Sermon. I mean, they might, but I mean, they got Gainwell. They got Boston Scott. They obviously have, what's his face? Miles Sanders. They're going to be just fine. All right, be sure to thumbs up, like the show. How many thumbs up are we at here? We should be able to get to 700 thumbs up, right? We 100% should be able to get to 700 thumbs up. Let's see how many thumbs up we're at right now. 166. Everybody go hit the thumbs up button down below. Thumbs up, please. Help the show. He could be. I mean, yeah, he's a backup quarterback. But think about what happened when Nick Foles came in. Remember, Nick Foles comes in. He not only finishes the game against the Rams, he wins that football game. It's a couple of big throws on 3rd down. I think the 8 to Alshon Jeffrey. He then starts the next week on the road against the Giants. I think he threw 4 touchdowns. It was either 3 or 4. He balled out in that game. The rust came against the Raiders on Christmas Day, and that was that night game on Christmas Day. They had to win to go ahead and lock up the NFC East and the number 1 overall seed. Very similar situations, right? So Foles was not rusty early. Then he was rusty. You can argue he was rusty in that Falcon game of the Falcon defense. The divisional round was pretty good. Then he balled out, and then he got hot, right? So it kind of goes back and forth. KG the Great Super Chat, my man. Gardner Minshew, steaming, Willie beaming. There you go. Hopefully. He's going to be Yeah, I think he's going to ball out. Yeah, he did play. Man, you remember the Jets game last week? And I appreciate the super chat, by the way. That really helps the show. Last season versus the Jets, he did play well. Minshew, I think that he can win. And I think this is right here from Richard. I think who honestly cares about the MVP? It's Super Bowl or bust. It is. I mean, it really is, right? It truly is Super Bowl or bust right now. NFL MVPs are great, and I think that Jalen Hurts deserves it. I think if you play as well as he has, he should win the NFL MVP. Think about last time an Eagle quarterback. I mean, come on, it's a really big award. But what really matters is win the Super Bowl. So this whole idea of, is the NFL MVP gone? How crazy, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it really, and I think, honestly, if you hook Jalen Hurts up to a lie detector and you asked him, Jalen, like genuinely, MVP or Super Bowl, there would not even be a hitch in his step to say he wants to win a Super Bowl over an NFL MVP. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. Maybe a lot of new people watching this show. Be sure to subscribe. Nick Foles is a Colt. Yeah, this is facts. This is very true. Beat the Cowboys with Thomas Mott playing quarterback. Yes, we could. 100%. Yes. I was a great quarterback in intramural college flag football, so I could probably do it. And the Cowboys blew a 17-point lead to the Jaguars yesterday. Are we forgetting that? And they almost lost to the Texans 2 weeks ago. I could beat them. Big Z with a 2. I appreciate Big Z. The MVP with the Super Bowl MVP. Great point. I think I'd much rather take that. I mean, Aaron Rodgers would probably give up a lot of his MVPs. What has he won? 4 for a lot more Super Bowl MVPs. Just saying. I agree. Appreciate that, Big Z. Yeah. I mean, Gardner Minshew was a starter, right? So what's the comparison here, right? Yeah, this is it right here from 007. This is James Bond talking right here. This is literally James Bond. Eagles clinch in Dallas. Now, imagine that as your headline, but it's Gardner Minshew clinches NFC East and 1 seed in Dallas. Talk about humiliation for the Dallas Cowboys. That's the fun part, humiliation. Jacob says Thomas Mott is slow. Could get the ball to A.J. Brown. I am not slow. I run a 4.3 40. That's facts. And I threw 7 touchdown passes in 1 game in intramural flag football. So let's see here. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Let's do a live Twitter update here because, again, I can't share my screen because this MacBook is the worst. See if there's any more updates on Jalen Hurts before we go ahead and wrap things up. I'll keep answering questions. Let's see here. Is there any more update on Jalen Hurts? I don't think so. I think we know for sure it's the right. And I think for sure it's going to be Minshew for the next couple of weeks. I think it's that simple. I don't see anything here. Kendu Williamson, $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Hopefully Goddard is good to go. Everything I have heard is that he should be good to go. He should be good to go. And that is good news for Philadelphia. Now, again, it's one thing or another, right? Do you rush him back? Like, let's just talk about Goddard right now, real quick. Do you rush Goddard back to play Saturday to help out Gardner Minshew, right? Another weapon, because Calcaterra and Stoll haven't been that great in terms of pass catching. Not bad, but not great. Or do you, if he's not ready, and we don't know, if and or but if he's going to play or not, do you let Dallas Goedert sit another week and bring him back when he's 100%? Because again, the point here is not going 16-1. The point here is winning one of your next 3 games, locking up the NFC East, locking up the number 1 seed, and then, the only game that matters is the one on January 20th. That's the only one that matters. I appreciate this from Derek. Derek, you are the man. Thomas taking the time to bring us the news live. At least we could do is thumbs up the video. Let's go, guys. Hit that thumbs up. I appreciate you, Thomas. Derek, I appreciate that big time. Yeah, I'm jumping on here, right? And I'm not home. I'm not in normally I'm in a studio, right? I got all the cameras and the lights and stuff like that. I mean, I jumped on here as quickly as possible to give you guys the news, and I appreciate the recognition there from Derek. That is great. I mean, I have this dorky little ring light here. Like, look, this is all I have. It's this little tiny ring light. That's all we're using. And we're just sitting here with whatever this is. I'm at my girlfriend's house, whatever that is. It's Leafs, I guess. Derek, I appreciate you. Let's see here. Primetime Poker. He says, Minshew, 22 of 30, 245. How about that? It's possible, right? I mean, it's totally possible. We forget that Gardner Minshew has had moments in here. He has had moments where he has balled out. You know what? Let's see some Gardner Minshew stats here. Minshew stats. I wish I could pull it up on my screen, but I'm on the stupid MacBook Pro, and it's not letting me. And so let's just try and read it here on the fly. Minshew stats. He's had some games, guys. He's had some really good games. Let's go back to his couple of games in Philadelphia. He started 3 games or played in 3 games. He had a 50. No, this is not right. Sorry, 2021. Let's just get this right. 2021, Minshew stats. 1-1, 68% completion percentage, 439 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. There's your stats for Gardner Minshew in 2 starts last year. 2 starts, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Primetime Poker is 100% right with the super chat. I appreciate that. This could really be the line here. It could be. Why not? Why not? Minshew mania, baby. And wouldn't it be fun if you got to this point where Gardner Minshew locks it up against the Dallas Cowboys? Imagine ESPN's first take Monday morning, right after Christmas. Stephen A. Smith ripping the Cowboys for not being able to beat Gardner Minshew and the Eagles at their own home turf. Paige Harris says, I love the background picture. Do you? I think it's nice. Whoever designed this, and then my girlfriend bought it, I think it's a great background picture. Lori M., the background picture is gorgeous. I'm not hating on it. I'm just like, it's just like leaves and stuff. It's not my normal background. That's what I'm trying to say. Look, this is over here too. See, I'm at my girlfriend's place, and there's just random stuff on the desk because I'm trying to do as quickly as possible. That's facts. The 4 touchdowns, 1 pick don't include AJ as a target. Yeah, who was Gardner Minshew throwing to last year? Rookie Devontae Smith. Who was the number 2 receiver last year? Quez Watkins, right? Come on. Let's be real. Played near perfect game, was over by half. That's facts. Amit was facts there. Spitting facts about, I'm pumped for Gardner Minshew. I'm going to buy aviators. I'm going to go to aviators. Someone super chats me $200 right now. I'll go buy aviators right now. Just to rock them for Gardner Minshew. Oh my goodness. Let's do a Twitter update here just to make sure nothing new has happened. I'm trying to get you guys this stuff as quickly as it comes. Let's see here. See, this is tweet saying the Eagles season was too good to be true. It's not over. Why people are acting like Jalen Hurts died today? It's fine. He's going to be okay. The fact that he was able to finish that game. There you go. He was throwing to Jalen Reagor. Yeah, and he still threw 4 touchdowns. Texas boy. Who's this guy? Look at this. He's got the Texas logo. This guy right here, Texas boy, obviously a Cowboy fan. Probably wearing boots right now and some Wrangler jeans that don't fit. He went to Google and he Googled Dallas Cowboys Texas logo. He found that thing, control, right-click, saved it, put it as profile. I'm just kidding. I don't want to hate on you. I like Texas. I went to Baylor. I lived in Texas for a while. I don't hate Texas, but still, I agree. No, don't sit all the starters. Come on, guys. Don't sit all the starters. This guy is in every Eagles podcast. Minshew is Cooper's path. Good comments here. All right, we'll do 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to drop and going for over 45 minutes here. Any more questions, any more super chats, get them in now. And then, of course, be sure to subscribe and thumbs up the show. We got plenty more stuff to come on the show. We're going to have, I'm sure there'll be more updates and more developments, and I'll get that to you guys as best I can. I just want to jump on here and go back and forth, right? Let's see. I wouldn't sit all the starters. No. You play the starters on Saturday. You try and beat the Cowboys. If you beat the Cowboys, you lock up the number 1 overall seed in the NFC East, and you're fine, right? You say he's out. He's probably out for Saturday, right? And I'll be honest, I made this headline before we actually had the final news because I was trying to go live as quickly as possible. So it looks like he's out for probably Saturday. My guess is, right, this is me guessing. He's out for Saturday. He's probably out next Sunday against the Saints. Minshew will start 2, and then you could probably waltz Hurts out for either the week 18, or you just rest him the entire way until it's time for the playoffs, right? So probably out. Kyle, as we get ready to wrap things up here, we'll see how resilient our Eagles are this Saturday. I agree, 100%. This is a big test for everybody not named Jalen Hurts. Tom Motto, that's good, Paul. Really, that's good. Let's see here, a couple more. We're gonna go and wrap up today's show. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So be sure to go ahead and subscribe. Be sure to go ahead and thumbs up. We'll have plenty more stuff. We do NFL. We do Eagles stuff here. We go back and forth on this show. If you're brand new, I would appreciate the sub. We talk about a lot of stuff. Talk about the Cowboys today on the show. It's not just Eagle focus. It's Thomas Mott show. I can talk about whatever I want. Thomas Mott show. That's me. I can do whatever I want. Yeah, this is gonna be the question that we debate on this show and on 94 WIP and on blogs, Bleeding Green Nation. Everybody's gonna debate this question right here. He said we should play Hurts. We should have Hurts play at least a quarter so he stays fresh going into the bye. Wouldn't want to have him warm up in the divisional round. I agree. I think that's going to be the debate. When will he play? And I think he should play. If he's healthy enough, he should play before the divisional round. That way, again, he's not warming up for a full quarter. Can do. Super chat. Appreciate it. Understand the scenario. Nice to lock up the number 1 seed in Dallas. Yes. Yeah. I mean, come on. This is the whole idea. Everyone's saying that they don't want to, lock up, they rest the starters and we're doomed for Saturday. No. I right now would be hammering DraftKings Philadelphia +6. I think Philadelphia +6 is a home run bet. You can bet that with my DraftKings link, selfish plug down below underneath me. But I would hammer that. I think Philadelphia should have been a touchdown favorite against Dallas with Jalen Hurts. Without Jalen Hurts, they should at least be Philadelphia +6. I think they could lose. Obviously, they could, but I think they can win this football game. I think Minshew has nothing to lose. Gardner Minshew now has the ultimate dress rehearsal, or I should say ultimate live interview on Saturday. Gardner Minshew is going to have a chance to show all 32 teams in the NFL on Saturday how good he can be around with legit weapons around him. Because really, Gardner Minshew's never had legit weapons around him. He was a Jaguar, right? Come on, he was a Jaguar, balled out as a Jaguar, came to Philadelphia, went 1-1, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, thrown at Jalen Reagor last year. Now he has the best offense in the entire, National Football League. And Gardner Minshew has a chance to show everybody, hey, I can be your guy. I can ball out. If he throws 4 touchdowns on Saturday, you're going to have a scenario where he's probably not going to be an Eagle next year because someone else is going to sign him. So this is the ultimate Christmas gift to Gardner Minshew, who has a chance to, dive back into the limelight with a big win in front of everybody. Every human on earth is going to watch this game on Saturday, and I hope he grabs it by the reins and wins this football game. I think he's going to ball out. I'm pumped. I think he's going to absolutely ball out. Merry Christmas, Gardner Minshew. Merry Christmas, Gardner Minshew. Michael Lugo Jr. agrees with that 100%. 100%. All right, be sure to subscribe. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. Thumbs up the show. Check out the show from earlier today. We talked about Dallas Goedert. We talked about a lot of other stuff. If you guys want to join the channel, hit the join button down below. I'd appreciate that. And we will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Try to go as raw as we could. No prep here. Just talking about what's going on. And it sounds like Hurts is going to be okay. And that is really good news overall. So I'm Thomas Mott. It's been a very long, fun Thomas Mott show. We'll see you guys in the next one.